Right here on the Big Dumb Fun Show. Venkman reporting.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Venkman. This is the Useless News. Alongside me, Aaron Gnirk.
On the board.
We like to have a lot of Santa stories in the Useless News and quirky holiday stories, so stay tuned for that. But first, our top story tonight. Posting selfies on Instagram helped a South Florida man end up in a jail cell. A sheriff in Palm County Beach, Florida, recently came across the Instagram page of Dupree Johnson, age 19. Noting that Johnson had a rap sheet that included grand theft, burglary, and felony possession of a firearm, the deputy decided to look more closely at the pictures on Mr. Dupree's Instagram account. They weren't your typical Instagram food photos unless you're a person who eats lead. Authorities quickly issued a search warrant for Johnson's home in Lake Worth, Florida. Not only did they discover a Glock underneath his bedspread and a stolen and loaded Tech 9mm pistol, but they also found $250,000 worth of stolen jewelry, electronics, and firearms, according to the Miami News Times.
And those were just on his Instagram photos?
Yeah, investigators believe that Johnson may have been one of the several people responsible for as many as 40 burglaries in a 55 and older community in Boynton Beach, Florida, according to CBS12.com. By the time officials were done cataloging all of his stash, they charged him with 142 felony counts of being in possession of a weapon or ammunition, according to the Sun Sentinel. WPBF-TV reports that when investigators were filling out the arrest report, they asked Johnson for his occupation, and he allegedly replied, thief. At least he's honest. Johnson is behind bars in lieu of a...
who he would use for references. Maybe victims of his crimes.
Do you have any references? Oh, yeah, my buddies.
He's not a very good thief.
No.
Yes, he stole from me.
What's your occupation? Thief? Dang it! I always do that!
It's hard to get a letter of recommendation from somebody if you're a thief.
Yeah.
This gentleman really understands the intricacies of popping a lock or smashing out a window.
I was so close to getting Employee of the Month. He is behind bars in lieu of $60,000 in bail, and his Instagram page is no longer working.
He should just maybe fence some of that stuff he had stolen.
Yeah, they posted some pictures on the article right here. It's like him holding a few guns, him holding all that. Like, just imagine you. Of course, you can't keep anything secret.
I don't have a felony record.
Yeah.
So, if I was holding a gun, it wouldn't be a crime.
Yeah.
Now, him, on the other hand, felony record, right? Shouldn't be in possession of any firearms. That's should know that. I think they told him.
Yeah, I think Johnny Cochran told you that in the 90s, too.
And then...
if you're a felon, you don't have weapons.
Throwing his signs up along with his firearms on Instagram.
Not the smartest guy, the brightest crayon in the box, the sharpest knife in the drawer.
You know who to avoid when he comes at you. Hey, I recognize you. You were on that Instagram photo with the Glock.
Hey, you're the idiot. No, I mean in a good way. I'm not. Okay. A winter wonderland inside a mall has closed their doors after just one day, following a parent's fury over one, skinny Santa Claus, 2, sad reindeer without antlers, and 3, a plastic ice rink.
Ma'am, do you know how hard it is to actually acquire
reindeer with antlers?
Reindeer at all. I mean, these aren't actually reindeer. They're goats, okay?
Okay, we got effing goats.
We didn't want to actually buy the goats. We only use them for a month, so we had to find somebody, a farm that had reindeer. You know how hard that is?
What do you expect? We're a mall.
How do you think it is to try to find a fat Santa?
The Daily Mail.
They work 1 month a year. They've got to be starving the rest of the time.
The Daily Mail reports that families paid up to like $65 in advance for various attractions at the Campbell Park Mall, including meeting Santa, ice skating, and seeing the Huskies and reindeer. Huskies, I'm guessing, and not chubby children. I think that means the dogs. Tickets to the grotto cost about $6, but it was closed for most of the day. When it did open, parents said Santa was a young, skinny dude dressed in cheap costumes, and they scared the children. The first visitors to the site were quick to complain about the experience on social media. One mother spent $42 on pre-booked tickets for various parts of the festival, only to find men dressed in Santa outfits from a thrift store. So I guess thrift store Christmas was not popular in her household. She wrote on her blog, "This was definitely no Wonderland. It felt like an opportunity to rip off parents who'd hoped to have a magical day out with their children. The Santa was disappointing, to say the least. Unfortunately, his beard was falling down, and you could see his normal clothes underneath his costume. Not exactly magical. Our children asked where the real one was." Yeah. They're calling this article Winter Blunderland.
Skinny Santa, eat, eat.
I don't know if you ever received a present quite like this when you were a child, but two California sisters had been given from their father boob jobs, which I think is kind of weird, but I kind of get it. Let's just say that you're in California, your kids want boob jobs. All right, fine, but here's the weird part. They were actually by their father. He's a plastic surgeon, and he handled their hooters, giving them both boob jobs. Charm and Brittany Nicole from Orange County are walking advertisements for their famous plastic surgeon father, Dr. Michael Nicole.
If my dad did this for me, imagine what he can do for your daughter.
Brittany, 25, first had breast surgery as a gift for her 18th birthday when she went from an A to a C.
Congratulations, you flat-chested biatch.
Then 3 years later, Michael gave her a rhinoplasty for her 21st birthday when he narrowed the bridge of her nose. Unfortunately,
if it wasn't for those breasticles, I would have noticed she had a butter face.
Luckily, not a lot of folks staring at her nose. Shockingly, Charm first went under Michael's knife at the tender age of 10 when she had her protruding belly button reshaped. This guy is just, hey, let me try this out on my daughter.
I can make your Audi an innie.
This year, she also opted for a breast augmentation to take her from a 32B to a 32C. That seems kind of like a waste, don't you think? Not like not going up that large.
Do you think she went, I want to be bigger, but not as big as my sister?
She didn't have to look far for a surgeon. She just had dear old dad do it. Charm, who's also 25, works in marketing, says, having surgery done by my dad makes sense. He's the best at what he does, and I know I'm in safe hands. Yeah, but that's kind of weird. Growing up in Orange County and seeing so many folks out there having surgery, it never seemed like a big deal to me. Both women regularly have facial peels and Botox at their dad's clinic, Cosmecare Plastic Surgery, to reduce the chance of wrinkles. Unsurprisingly, the sisters who were adopted by Michael, oh my gosh.
So it's not really quite as weird.
Yeah.
It's actually even more weird. Good thing he wasn't a proctologist.
My name is Venkman. That's the Useless News on the Big Dumb Fun Show. Submit your own useless news to the show by shooting me an email, info@bigdumbfunshow.com, or posting it yourself, you lazy ass, at facebook.com/theuselessnews.
I love you and you love me. PDA for the world.